We're in southwestern United States. Most people think of New Mexico as a dry desert landscape. And you come up here and you have lush green grasslands, giant ponderosa pine trees, and amazing wildlife that lives here. Congress and the National Park Service and other federal land managers have been trying to find ways since the late 1800s to protect this place and bring it into federal ownership so they could share it with the American people. That didn't happen until 2015. So we're a relative newcomer as part of the National Park System, but we are celebrating today our 100th birthday as the National Park Service.
When people come to the Valles Caldera, they're going to see a lot of different ecosystem types. The first thing that strikes them, of course, are the grassy bowls, or the valles down here at the bottom of the watersheds. In the very bottoms and in the canyons and whatnot, we have very good riparian zones of streams. Some of them are fairly slow moving with lots of wetlands on the side. Some of them are babbling brooks as they crash down through the canyons and miniature waterfalls and whatnot. In those streams, there are, of course, lots of fish, a lot of aquatic invertebrates, and we have an amazing diversity, over 800 species of plants across the preserve, lots of mammals and birds. Over 100 species of birds are nesting here. So it's an incredibly rich area in terms of wildlife and plants.
In a national preserve, Congress has allowed us to do certain things that wouldn't normally be allowed in a national park. In this case, Valles Caldera allows hunting and fishing, and we also allow livestock grazing. And all of these things are opportunities to share with our visitors how humans have interacted with this place over millennia.
2004, it's the first year that I bought a chance for the elk. I bought one chance for each of the bull hunts. I bought one chance for bow, one chance for muzzleloader, and one chance for the 2 rifle hunts. Harvested a nice 6x6 bull the first year. Both of my daughters harvested their first cow elk at the Caldera. It was an experience I'll never forget. A guy like me that's just a regular working Joe, an opportunity to hunt on a place that was like somebody that was getting to hunt on a private ranch.
Hunting out here serves a number of purposes, not only coming back to a time where hunting was our main food source for protein, and it still is for a number of people in this state, but it also helps us to manage these elk populations. And if we can manage our elk population, then we can start doing some other incredible restoration activities to once again bring the ecological processes together so it's fully functioning ecosystem.
I came in here even before when it was private property. I came in here before it was, managed by the trust. And then I came here, I guided on here for almost 10 years. This fishery in here is one of the best in the country, believe it or not. As far as the pounds of trout per surface acre of water, this is one of the richest.
As I'm sure every parent is aware, in this current day, screen time is just extensive for kids, and less they're getting outdoors. And so more and more kids are less comfortable being outdoors. And that goes back to not being able to connect with something that's extremely important. So if they don't have that experience and that connection, then they're not going to care about the landscape. So these field trips give students the opportunity to have those experiences and make that connection. There's a plethora, a landslide of research that relates to cognitive function and the outdoors. It's better for kids. They process problems better. They handle stress better. They can think more clearly. There are numerous benefits to being outdoors for everyone, not just kids.
The traditions have been passed on to us, and now I share that with my two girls. It's this is how, this is what we are. This is how we identify ourselves.
That's what makes this place so incredible. It's the intersection between natural history and cultural history, and where geology and humanity all come together and form the cultural ties that are still very strong in this area. You hear a lot of folks around here talking about how important the Valles Caldera is and how special it is and how they want to protect it, but they also are concerned about loving it to death. What is that right balance between preservation and protection, but also for the enjoyment of the American people?
I think we're in a culture now where people rely on somebody else or a company to come clean up after themselves. They visit a place and they think, yes, there's a National Park Service to come in and take care of it. No, it has to be taught at a very early age, or even some of my peers, that are my age. We have to hold each other accountable. You have to leave the place where you visit even better as you approached it. Even if you found somebody else's trash or whatever, you have to respect that.
This country made a decision that we were going to treat our most special places differently. We are going to set them aside and protect them for the benefit of all people. And it's something that we can be very proud of, that we first created this idea that our crown jewels of our country should be set aside and protected for everyone.
And even if people don't come to the parks, just knowing they're there gives them a lot of satisfaction that those areas are being protected and preserved for many future generations to come.
We just ask that visitors respect that place because our ancestors lived there, and there's a lot of history and culture there.
The park system is here for the American people, it's by the American people, and it will continue to be supported by the American people because it's such a unique and valuable asset for our society.